If you are here right now, that means you're interested in the story time of what happened to the 5 of us when we got to New York. So anyway, so we get up there. So it's only a 3-hour drive from where we live, which is not nearly as bad as I was expecting. Or the 3.5, doesn't matter. And we get there, and first of all, there's no parking on the premises necessary. In the listing, by the way, I should probably start from the beginning. We stayed in an Airbnb in Williamsburg, which is in Brooklyn, and the girl seemed really nice. She had 300 reviews. She had 4.8 rating, crazy, because I'm a maniac and everything. Everyone needs have a lot of ratings and good ratings, and female preferably. So on the listing, just for kicks, whenever me and Gabby were looking, it was also Gabby's 21st birthday travel sesh getaway thing. We went from Monday night to Wednesday morning. Anyways, so me and Gabby booked this place a couple months ago because everything was getting booked up already because it's the end of December, or that's when we were going, the end of December. And so it ended up being $80 per person. I don't remember the exact amount. But for 5 of us, for 2 nights, it's that's not bad for New York, right? So we get there. Oh, I keep missing the point. So just for kicks and giggles, you can do filters on Airbnb. I made it free parking because I'm if we can find a place for free parking, because we did in California when we went, that's golden, because parking can be so expensive in New York. So I did that, and we found a place. There was 3 of them, or there's maybe 5 or something, and only 2 in our budget. And this was one of them. And like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Good reviews and everything. So we booked it. So fast forward now, back to when we arrived. The free parking is street parking, which is fine, but to me that's not free parking on premises. That doesn't count to me personally. You can't, because you're not guaranteeing it. Because she's because she emailed us and she's well, it's free parking on that street. No, normally people don't have a problem finding a parking spot. And it's what if we did? Then you can't guarantee us free parking on the premises. You can't advertise free parking unless you can guarantee it. But it wasn't a big deal because we got it, thank God. We got lucky. There was really one spot, 1 or 2, but the one was super small, and Gabby, she did her thing, and she somehow got in there. I was very proud of her. But that was number 1. I don't count that as free parking, but that's fine. Number 2, when we get there, we're supposed to call the cleaning lady for the keys to get into the Airbnb, which is fine. To me, that's not abnormal. But we called the cleaning lady. She doesn't speak pretty much any English, which wouldn't be a problem if we didn't need to communicate her to figure out how we were getting into our Airbnb to sleep. So, and unfortunately, none of us spoke any type of Spanish, at all. And this lady didn't know what was going on because she was telling us to go to a completely different spot to get the keys. She didn't know, anyone was coming. This is what, I didn't talk on the phone with her, but our friend Madison did. And that's what Madison said that she was interpreting, so I can't, give exact word verbatim. But she was wanting us to go to, some Zamboli's place, and we're what is that? And Gabby rechecked the email, and she's tells us to go to the deli around the corner. It's an organic deli. And we're is that Zamboli's? Well, it wasn't. I can tell you that. It wasn't Zamboli's. So I don't know what the cleaning lady was saying. Or maybe she thought we were maybe this girl has different Airbnbs or whatever. She could have got us confused with another one. Whatever. So we go to this deli around the corner, and this place we're not familiar with, to get the keys. And now this isn't a big deal, but it would be for me because I'm very, I'm a maniac and crazy. I'm very paranoid. And they have Gabby's first and last name on an envelope for her keys. And it's these are strangers in this place. Why is her last name on this so they can creep on or whatever? And then plus they know where we're staying then, and we don't know these people. But that the last name thing is probably being nitpicky, but I get really paranoid, and I wouldn't want that because people don't need a lot of information to like find you these days. So that was number 2, 3. I don't know, 3. So next we get up there, and it's 4 stories up, which isn't a big deal. I'm just lazy AF. All of us are, and they weren't. And this isn't the girl's fault, but I feel bad if you live in that apartment building because it's trash. Like tiles are coming up on the floor and stuff. Like some of the stairs were like slanted a little bit. It's like, what person would let it get like that? You can't even put new flooring down. Like, put hardwood in. You don't have to worry about the tiles popping up as much then, or stuff like that. That's not the girl's fault because I know like they buy their apartments or whatever, like, so they can't control the inside of it at all. But that's just something as in like as a human being, I'm like, why would you want to walk into a place and have it look like that? Why would you want your name on something that looks like that? But I guess New York, it doesn't matter because you're lucky if you get somewhere. And if you get to the place, and it's cute, there's no TV, which she might have put in her listing, but I don't remember. And if she did, it wouldn't have mattered because I've been like, oh, we're not going to be in there anyways. Well, to our surprise, we would have to be in there because the toilet didn't work. That's right. Our friend used it once, going number 1, which is not like it would matter whether you go 1 or 2. But then it didn't go down. It did not go down. And we couldn't get a hold of our Airbnb person for 6 hours. And she left an emergency contact if anything would happen, her friend, and we called him. And after like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, because hello, we just got off the road for 3 hours. We need to go to the bathroom. And he answers the phone. He's like, I don't work with her anymore. I can't help you. I'm with a client right now. I can't even talk on the phone. It's like, if you're with a client, why'd you answer your phone? Right? But, so that happened, and we're like, well, okay. So we went and we got pizza, and 2 of my friends do not like using public restrooms. I don't care. When you gotta go, I gotta go. Okay? So I went there. They didn't. God, I don't even know why. I wish I could do that, but I couldn't. Go back. We just hang out there for like an hour or 2, like, getting ready because we were going to go out that night bowling and drinking and whatnot. And she finally answers us. It's like 6 o'clock at this point. We got there at 3. Okay, I said 6 hours, didn't I? What time did we get there? Oh, we got there a little after 1. So still not 6 hours, but still 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. Anyway, she finally answered us. And she's like, oh, well, my property manager can't come by until tomorrow. What time are you planning on leaving? Or she's like, are you planning on leaving and doing anything? And Gabby, because it was under Gabby's name. She was like, well, we're planning on going into the city in the morning. And she's like, oh, well, what time? And Gabby's like, well, we want to try and leave around 9. And she's like, so if you could come around 8 or 9, that'd be fine. And she's like, okay, 9. We're like, okay, I guess 9 it is, which is fine. And next morning, we all get up early because we want to make sure that we're done, like, showering and stuff before the guy gets there to fix it. Fix the toilet, by the way. I don't know how long I've been freaking ranting before this. To fix the toilet. Oh, also, she accused us of putting feminine hygiene products down there and paper towels, which, I'm sorry, if you're over the age of 10, you should know better than that. Maybe even younger, probably younger than that. You should know better. No paper towels, no feminine hygiene products, nothing besides toilet paper. And tissues in emergencies, okay? Anyways. So that made me feel kind of like, not like she was talking down to us, she wasn't, I guess you gotta make sure, but it's like, we're not dumb, we're all over 21, she knows we're here for Gabby's 21st birthday, because we wrote it in an email multiple times, like, different emails, but same concept. Well, he didn't come until like 10:30. He was supposed to be there at 9, we were there waiting, and eventually Gabby called him, and he's like, oh, there's just a lot of traffic. I'm still like 15 minutes away. And it's like, well, dude, it's New York. Of course there's going to be traffic. There's always traffic. You should take into consideration this. Also, something that's sketchy, not involving that guy. Well, I mean, he was kind of sketchy. But not involving that guy is that we had to say that we were her friends staying there. No. But, I mean, we did. No one really questioned us, but I just think it's kind of weird. Like, don't have people staying in your place if they're not allowed to be there. Because that could put us in a bad spot. If we get in trouble, what are we supposed to do? Anyways, the guy was creepy. He literally stuck a pole down the toilet and then it worked. And I'm like, you couldn't have come 12 hours ago. It took you 2 minutes. And it was done. It was done. But that's just like the main things I can remember. Oh, and with the parking spot, we got lucky with the day that we came, Monday afternoon, because she's like, you might just need to move your car every couple hours because they do street cleaning. If we would have moved our car every couple hours, like we've been screwed. We got lucky because they are the area we parked on. They only did it Monday mornings and Thursday mornings, and we were there Monday afternoon till Wednesday. So we got lucky. We didn't have to move the car and worry about that. But, oh, something else. Not a big deal. But maybe I'll make this into like a separate video. Because I'm going 11 minutes. I'm going to have to. But the first night we were there, it was ungodly hot. It was so hot. And we tried, like, so it's old-fashioned heaters, which is fine, but like I don't know how to work them. I don't think any of us did. Madison did try, but we don't know if it worked or not because it didn't have like on or off. Like, so we think we turned them off, and apparently you're not allowed to open the windows, even though she said in the email we could, but in the apartment itself it said do not open, do not open, do not open. It's like, okay, so we can't open the windows even though it feels like it's 95 degrees. But in the room that me, Madison, and Logan stayed in, there was an air conditioner. In the room that Kieran and Gabby stayed in, there was no air conditioner. But the first night was really hot, but we were fine because we had the air conditioner, thank God. The second night, I have never been so cold while sleeping in my entire life. And I like cold weather, and I like sleeping when it's cold. I have a heating blanket, but I prefer, when it's cold, they say you sleep better. No, it literally felt like the wind was coming into the bedroom. What? I don't understand how it could go from one dresser to the next in one day. And then we tried turning the heat on. And again, we don't know if it's on or off. Because there's no way to let us know. And come to find out the next morning, because then we talked about it, Gabby and Kieran's window was down. Like, from the top part, it was down. And it just like fell, I guess. And also a window in the kitchen was open and we couldn't put it back down, but it was open when we got there. But I tried putting it down and it wouldn't not budge. Okay, I think that is enough complaining for this minute. Yeah. This was not supposed to be 14 minutes long. I apologize. Hopefully I can edit down to like 10 minutes. But this is going to be a separate video. I can't combine it. So if you haven't checked out my New York vlog type thing, check it out now. So please like and subscribe. And till next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.